He was 15 years old. He had never properly fired a gun, and his thin shoulders didn't even fit into a military uniform. But war didn't ask for age. The boy ran errands and carried food while accompanying the French soldiers. People called him Little Soldier. In that moment, he vaguely felt a warmth, like that of family. They seemed like people who were replacing the father he had forgotten in the midst of war. But in his village, his mother and younger sister were still there. One day, the boy encounters a familiar face behind the church, where it was a young man that the German soldier boy had known since childhood. "I knew you were here," he said in a whisper. "Aren't you worried about your mother?" The boy swallowed hard. The young man whispers, while holding a small piece of paper in his hand. "Let me know the date and route. The French are moving. We'll protect your family." The boy hesitated, but as the night grew deeper, his mother's trembling eyes and his younger brother's bony fingers kept coming to mind. That night, the boy wrote on a piece of paper the date, time, and route of the unit's movement were delivered somewhere at dawn. The next day, as morning broke, the French soldiers departed. They were laughing, and the boy laughed along with them. However, that laughter did not last long. Evening, the bombing, the gunshots, the screams. The only one who returned was a wounded soldier covered in blood. The rest did not come back. That evening, the boy was arrested. The paper he held, his small footprints, and his trembling gaze spoke volumes. The trial was brief. When asked, "Why did you do that?" the boy said nothing. "I couldn't tell anyone if I did. My mother and sister would die. If I don't speak, I will die myself." The boy hung his head and remained silent. The execution by firing squad was scheduled for the early morning of the next day. The boy requested paper and a pen, but he was unable to write. Tears flowed, soaking the paper. At dawn, he stood in front of the gun without trembling. He simply closed his eyes and whispered, "Mom, I'm sorry." No one knew the answer to whether what the boy, protected until the last moment, was love or betrayal, is still buried in the ruins of the war.